And hi Robbie, how are you doing tonight? And welcome back to Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. So yeah. 5 more stories? Starting tonight with Reisen Udongen Inaba? Well, I can't pronounce her middle name right. Or at least that's what I think. Oh, okay. Do what you gotta do. I could get her first name and surname right. Yeah, I tend to say Reisen rather than Raisin. You know, like the fruit. So, I just call her Reisen, so... yeah. Reisen Inaba next. Reisen! Oh, jeez. How are you doing tonight, Odin? Yeah, Reisen. Get it? Long time no see. Oh, I was wondering who called on me, but it's just the one from back then. A while ago, you were investigating the disaster. I was wondering if perhaps you had found anything. A disaster investigation? Oh, there was indeed something like that. I'd completely forgotten about it. In the end, it looks like the Shrine Maiden resolved the matter. However, I'm not very knowledgeable of the details. The enemy was above the clouds, right? Yes, that's right. Have you heard about it? I'd know even if I didn't hear about it. So what's this? You're reporting to me? No, Reimu... sorry about that. Certainly did resolve the issues with the strange weather. However, my concern has not been resolved. What could that be? It's about the earthquakes. It seems the land around the shrine has calmed down. However, in the bamboo forest, twisting bamboo is growing. The issue with the earth haven't been cleared up. I thought maybe a person not associated with the shrine, such as you, might know something. Maybe so. Even if I did know something, I wouldn't tell you. How mean. Oh geez, my very first Touhou video back in 2009, but the roles are reversed. I'm playing Reisen and the AI's Remelia. Now to get used to her gameplay. I'm starting to notice too that all the stories connect to each other as well. Yep. And also resorting to violence every time as well. Like, I was talking about, I feel like living in Gensokyo would be a very bad idea. Ooh. I think I know what to do. Dash! I guess that doesn't work either. Shooter! Yeah, exactly. Let's see where this is going. Spell break? Oh, don't tell me this is another of those, Yeah, it's one of those 3 stages one. Cause I was like playing Suika last night and was just like 3 stages instead of 5 or 6 rather. Knockout? I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary. I see. Well, that's fine, but I'm suspicious of that Celestial. Well, even if an earthquake occurred, it'll be fine. At most, it's only the window glass to worry about. More than damage, I'm worried she's plotting something unpleasant, you know? Yuyuko or Yomu? Snow still hasn't disappeared yet. Of course!
Oh really? It's so annoying! It's almost time for the summer snow viewing to come to an end.
It's surprising that the snow hasn't melted yet, considering how thin it is.
What's this? Have you come to cool off?
No, it's a fighting game, Polito. Or Poito. How are you doing tonight? I would have been banned otherwise. Asking why I came under these circumstances. Did something unusual happen?
Nothing has happened. Like catfish ghosts acting violently, or...
Huh? Well, it's good that nothing happened, I guess.
You worried about the earthquakes?
Yes, that's right.
Then you'll have to defeat me first.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean, Raisin? Especially living in Gensokyo. No, you're good. Yep, exactly, Odin. That's the gist of Touhou. Gals beating the daylights out of each other for no reason. Like right now. You gotta keep in mind, like, Rei-sen is not native to Gensokyo. Cause, she's from the moon. But yeah, you're good, Poito. Now that I think about it, I don't understand. I don't understand all the fan art now, like how friendly everyone is with each other. Not in that context, of course.
If you're worried about the earthquakes, go visit the shrine. I've been told today is the completion ceremony of the new shrine.
So the shrine has been repaired already.
But I wonder what's going on at the shrine right now.
Well, I am worried about the earthquakes, but I'd like to go see what the new shrine is like. The silver monkey! Eh? What? That ghost played a trick on me. The shrine isn't rebuilt at all. You're late. The shrine's completion ceremony has already ended. Completion ceremony? You say? Isn't it not even complete yet? Oh, don't fret the little details. So, what are you here for this late? There's something I'm looking into. What is it? I came to investigate the shrine that was wrecked by the earthquake. Yeah, it is a pretty good song, there's no denying that. Denied. Sit down. Why did I just make that reference? Huh? I won't let you investigate my shrine. I will say, Immaterial Missing Powers rendition... Oh, that's where this song came from. I'd say it's a lot better. To my own admittance. Yeah, she's just gonna keep blocking, so I'll just slap her silly. I doing? Other than not pressing the up button. I wouldn't call them furries, cause... Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you seen, like, Flash gets his videos on them? Where they're, like, annihilated by, Warhammer 40k Space Marines? Dude. You're talking about racing. I wouldn't call her a furry. Far from it. There's some wascally human with wabbit ears. A wascally moon person with wabbit ears? Oh, I see. Huh. Knockout? No denying that. What, there's nothing wrong with investigating the shrine. I can't understand how the shrine was destroyed. The shrine isn't anything for you to investigate. But the earthquake. Ah, that hurt! Celestial? Oh, the shrine has been wrecked. Ah, I've heard about it. You're the one who broke down the shrine. Well, yes, but that was last time. Hmm? Well, whatever. I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask you. Well, that was fast! So, since I have no idea what you've done, can you explain it to me? Oh, it already happened. Who cares about it? I find that very strange. First of all, why are you so beaten up? I'm tired, okay? This is going nowhere. Well then. Well, fine then. I'll investigate the earthquakes by myself. Earthquakes? Oh, the earthquakes are fine. Just fine. Step out of it. Odin. Oh, I see. You want to play it the hard way, Tenshi. Since I've memorized her attack pattern. Yeah, you don't say. Spell break? No, I'm just like thinking, does anyone remember the fight? Well, technically, our multiplayer beat 'em up game, Dungeon Fighter Online. I'm honestly surprised it actually has like an official fighting game by Arc Systems work as well. You know, DNF Duel, Dungeon and Fighter Duel? Yeah, I remember playing that, well, the game Dungeon Fighter Online for a bit, but I just never really got into it. Normally when I play games like that, you know, arcade, beat 'em up, multiplayer, at least I like to have the whole catalog of characters, not just like one. Case in point, Grand Chase. Personally, I don't think it's right to call something like Grand Chase, L Sword, Dungeon and Fighter like MMORPGs, because they're really not like that. I'd say they're more massively multiplayer, arcade beat 'em up. Alright, time for phase 2 again. At least I 1CC'd that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Ante? The Hall of Eternity. An unusual mansion in the bamboo forest of the Lost. It's built in a very old style, but it's in perfect condition. Maybe it will never change for all eternity, as the name suggests. Or maybe it will be destroyed like the shrine if an earthquake happened. Why was I in my unamused face the whole time? So anyway, we probably don't need to worry about earthquakes now. Good work. I was wondering, though, what's a keystone? The Celestial had said she installed a keystone at the shrine. The keystone was to prevent earthquakes. A keystone is a heavy object made of black granite. Black granite is created by volcanoes. Anyway, a keystone is a huge slab of black granite. What do you mean? Huh? It's a long, long stone that reaches down into the underground world, so it acts as a weight to prevent earthquakes. That Celestial must be someone special if she can use keystones. It looked like it would be hard to handle something that huge. Well, huge rocks are one thing. In any case, heaven was once a keystone stuck in the earth. What? Well, it's true that keystones prevent earthquakes. If you could pull it out, it would actually cause a tremendous earthquake. When that keystone was pulled out to create heaven, all creatures on earth perish. Master, did you see that happen? Of course not. This is a very long time ago. A Celestial who can put keystones in the earth. She must be a member of the Nai. What's that? The Nai could control earthquakes and rule over the earth. If they're using keystones again, perhaps they're trying to regain their influence over the earth. We'll keep an eye on the situation. Understood. I'll be sure to watch over her. The keystone was sunk deep into the earth below the shrine. Would it bring peace of mind to Gensokyo? Or would it bring about unease? In any case, at least there wouldn't be any earthquakes for a while. Perhaps the bamboo of the forest had been twisted by a keystone long ago. And Racen is done. 1 down, 4 more to go. That was like literally 3 stages when I was playing Suika last night. Wonder if it's getting shorter now. It's like I said, normally this game has like 6 stages like in the main games. Thanks for playing. Again. Need some new cards. And now? Yeah, I say I have 2 more, but there's actually, like, I think once I finish all the other characters, I should have, 2 more unlocked for their stories. So, yeah. Aya Shamemaru. I don't know why I'm coughing so much again. Oh, jeez. Girls are now praying. Oh my god! Tengu Scoop. This is your friendly neighborhood reporter, Shamimaru. Today we're going to study the behavior of the Miko. Don't! It's okay, please don't mind me and proceed naturally. You're at it again. This weather suddenly turned bad. There wasn't even a cloud nearby until now. Gotta take in the laundry. Ah, the Miko is getting away. Fight begins. Time for the tough one. Well, at least I got that figured out. And knockout. Ah, this is no good. It's not objective anymore. If I go in and fight... So this bad weather, is it your doing? That's not possible. The weather isn't something that's predictable. Hopefully you guys like the little fast talking I'm doing. As Aya. You guys enjoyed? This is your friendly neighborhood reporter, Shamimaru. Today we're going to study the behavior of the burglar. Wait, it's you? Then I'm heading back. Go on, go on. No, I'm heading back after I drive you away. Hey, the wind's blowing. What's with the wind? Are you the one responsible for this? No, wasn't the weather always around like this around here? Whatever, I'm going to send you back. Oh my god. It's how everyone feels about a news reporter. Maybe even a paparazzi at best. Wait, is she riding while she's walking? That's actually pretty cool. And stay down, Marisa. Bell break again. Knockout? Okay, please. Okay, please continue. I don't want to do anything in this bad weather. I must stay home and sleep. Just sleeping isn't interesting at all. Where to now, Aya? This is your friendly neighborhood reporter, Shamimaru. Today we're going to infiltrate the Scarlet Double Mansion to bring you the latest scoop. Rejected. It's the first obstacle. Gee, whenever there's peace, these annoyances come rushing out. The weather turned bad. This doesn't look good. Ah, it's stormy again. Aren't you the one who brought the storm here? No, that's not possible. The infiltration operation starts now. Rejected. Oh my god. And down. Spell break again. Spell break. Just like Dio would in JoJo. And knockout. Zawaldo. Then excuse me? Ah, you're forceful. What's with the weather anyway? That must be a coincidence. Stage 4. We have infiltrated the Scarlet Touhou mansion. I wonder what devilish beasts lurk in this mansion. Roar! It's here! It's a monster! What's going to happen to our correspondent? I'm gonna eat you! Such a fearsome carnivorous monster! Could this be the legendary... What? Moke? Sorry, I can't act something like that. You're really going with the flow today, aren't you? Because I'm bored. The weather isn't nice out. Oh, the weather, is it? It's suddenly rain outside, so I can't go out. I'm weak against the rain after all. You said the weather changed suddenly. Yeah, that's what I said. It's been strange since not too long ago. Hmm? Well then, since I'm so bored, let's play hide and seek with the Mokele. If you don't run, you're gonna get eaten alive. Ah! What's this? Our correspondent has now no other choice but to fight. Don't miss the next issue. Oh my god! See what I mean? Like, living in Gensokyo would be a very bad idea. Spell break. I love how she's writing in her journal or something. That's actually... I think I should dash rather than, Spell break. Yeah, dash rather than, you know? Well, block, of course, is what I was gonna say. Got me again. Spell break. Remelia Stoker, like Bram Stoker? Again, this is a vampire who claims to be the descendant of Dracula, so... yeah. So the weather changed abruptly. Ow! Tell me when this gets on the news. Ah, will do. I'll try to make this suitable for an article. The weather. Does it have to do something with temperaments? Oh, God. I can't find any way to get good material lately. I can't write anything interesting with this. Oh? What? It's this rough weather again. Hey, coming to the mountain on such a windy day? You want to die? The wind and rain suits someone like you. I'm passing through, so get lost. Wait, what happened? My shrine was demolished by an earthquake. Does that make good news material? Write whatever you want. I'm going to find someone who can compensate me for my shrine. Well then, I'll head over to take notes. To think the shrine will get destroyed. But before that, I have to chase away those who entered the mountain without permission. You're going to be in my way. I'm not going to go easy on you. Raymu's taken care of. Spell break. Spell break again. Whew. You know, at least I finally mastered that. Spell break. Yeah, I might have to start that one all over. Unfortunate. But I did see that coming. Bell break again. Bell break. Huh, I guess that was intended to be pretty tough. Okay then. At least I got her. Somewhere at the Hakure Shrine. Yeah, I worried about how to report this. After all, nobody would read a newspaper that didn't report on interesting, unusual things. This is very strange. The shrine was completely leveled, but it seems nobody aside from the shrine maid felt the earthquake. Perhaps the shrine was weak against earthquake and had poor structure? Maybe it was a building defect. I think I could write about something about that. Is your house safe? The danger of cutting construction corners? What are you all excited about anyway? What? What do you mean, Odin? Oh, are you back now? Wow, I'm really tired. So what happened after that? I don't really get it, but I met someone really annoying above the clouds. And I got to promise her to fix my shrine. So you mean? She was happy to take over, but... well, at least the shrine will... well, at least the shrine will be repaired, right? That's true, but... well then, I should take some pictures from... before it's repaired. Why? Judging by your story, it sounds like something that'll be useful. Oh, okay. Aya's intuition said that Reimu had met above the clouds, so it's dangerous. Who knew what would happen if she rebuilt the shrine? It would be wise to document exactly what currently made up the shrine. Even by some chance, the shrine was turned into something unrecognizable that could restore it to normal. Yeah, I think you get the idea. And I had done. Hang on a sec. Neptune is just like looking at me. Yeah, I know about that meme. Ay. Or ay. You know, the Pillarmen theme? Yeah, you mentioned it was like your alarm clock or something. Oh, jeez. Thank you for playing. Oh, jeez. All right. I guess last but not least, Komachi Onozuka. Oh, I see. I found another amusing way to pass the time. The weather is a materialization of the spirit. Spirit, or in other words, ghost. Meaning, if I watch the surrounding water, I can understand the shape the afterlife will take. Oh, a Shinigami! She's coming to take me away. Oh, I see you hold the spirit of drizzling rain. What's that? Drizzling rain is thin, gloomy, and unremarkable, but it has such a gentle quality about it. Oh, don't make me blush. I bet you'll become a ghost that's always in the background. Neither ascending to heaven nor reincarnating. Just a spirit eternally waiting for judgment in Higan. Have you come for me after all then? If you're going to be that impatient, then I guess I have no choice. Oh my god, we're about to kill Marisa. Oh my god, look at the way she walks, you guys. Off to a great start again. And knocked out. I'm kidding. I just came to play around a bit. If I defeat you when you come for me, will I really not die? First of all, I'm a fairy man. So, oh my god, so I won't be coming for you. If you do defeat the Shinigami that comes for you, you gain a little extension of your life. Hermits and Celestials are usually the ones who keep on winning. However, against normal humans, first they use a mental attack against an open crack in their hearts. Celestials as in, like the ones in charge of repairing Reimu's shrine? I don't want to become like her. Huh? Why would a Celestial be repairing a shrine? That Shrine Maiden has more to her than she lets on. It looks like there are also humans here. My, a Shinigami has come for me. I'm very sorry, but I'll meet you with you some other time. Clouds have appeared. It's also become windy. It'll become like a cloud. I'm getting the feeling I'm being slighted somehow. It's alright, to become like a cloud means you won't be brilliant or healthy, but you can avoid harmful light and spend your days telling fortunes. A very handy spirit to have, I'll let you know. Oh my, are you complimenting me? While they were living, these skilled ghosts were generally knowledgeable and successful leaders, living without discomfort. But when it comes time to judgment in Higan, those techniques, transient usefulness won't show up. You certainly like talking about the future. Well, it does fit a Shinigami. Well, let's put that aside and end it here. Oh my god. Should I even be surprised at this point? It took me 13 years to realize that all these people do in Gensokyo is just fight. Like it's Jerry Springer. I don't know why I made that comparison, but yeah. You know, Jerry. Spell break. Knockout. And Discord ping. Don't worry, I'm not taking anyone's soul. Then why could it be because of the usual? The usual? Well, you know, I was taking a break from work. A knowledgeable and successful leader like you would understand, right? If I remember correctly, this place has an interesting fellow as well. Huh? Thank you for your work. You did something about the ghosts, right? Now that you mention it, the number of murdered ghosts has gone down quite a bit. I'm not sure why, but surely it wasn't something you did, was it? Of course not. It looks like the work of the Celestial. What was that? Not long ago, the Celestial came from the shrine to resolve the problem. I heard a lot from her. If the spirit is removed from the heavens, everyone's surrounding weather will change. Then she performed the finishing touches, which should make the weather gradually return to normal. What was that? Oh, nothing. Well, that's good to hear. Speaking of which, your weather is such a magnificent blue sky. It's much too warm, though. This blue somehow makes you feel violent. That's not really true. You know, I should really save those spells when they're doing their own spells. Jeez, what am I doing? Seriously, look at her walk. Okay, done. Azure skies were once a symbol of emptiness. Among the living, obtaining the spirit is difficult, but among the dead, it's quite common. You might become a ghost with a gaping hole in your heart. Please don't one-sidedly predict my afterlife. Now then, since I won't be able to play this game for much longer, I'll go finish it up. For a human to be quite alive is to be lost. They gave this place the name Bamboo Forest of the Lost, perhaps wanting to make it a symbol of the living. There's an unaging bunch living here. Oh, hey there, Raisin! Hang on, let me answer that after this. Are you perhaps lost? Wait, you're a Shinigami, the one famous for skipping work. Should I start working here then? I'll have to pass on that. Oh, the weather just cleared, but suddenly there's a breeze. Huh? A spirit of wind is a sign of imbalance in heart. A ghost who changes depending on who they're with, I predict. Skillful in otherworldly affairs, but weak to ailments of the mind. What are you talking about? Your weakness is becoming difficult to perceive. You don't seem to be wandering aimlessly anymore. I don't understand what you're talking about, but if you're not lost, please leave quickly. My, don't be like that. Just playing around for a little bit should be fine. And Robbie, to answer your question, I never seen that, to be honest, because like I said, I've only seen Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Lost Galaxy Lightspeed Rescue, and of course, Time Force, and after that, I just stopped watching it. Like, it was like one of those things I liked as a kid, but it never latched on to me after. You know, for example, like Dragon Ball Z and whatnot. Like, I used to like it as a kid, but at this point, I just don't care anymore. Obviously, I mentioned my problem with it is the pacing. Oh, I see, I see. Spell break. Knockout. Oh man, that almost got me. The wind has already died down quite a bit. Am I almost out of time? Putting that aside, where do you plan to go when you die? Why do I have to think about my own afterlife? It is my job, you know. Well, I'd like to cross the Sansu River and take it easy. Oh god, that meme. Oh, interesting. Well, hold on to that dream. Rebuilt shrine? Not even close to being fully rebuilt yet. It looks like this will take some time. Oh, slacker, did you come here for worship? It's warm, fine weather, with not a single cloud in the sky. She said that after a while the weather should return to normal, but it seems it's still a ways off. Clear weather means the harmful sun rays and Earth's vitality just pass you by. Hot in the daytime, cool at night. Oh, shut up! If you come already to be an annoyance, just go away! Wait, you just came to skip work, didn't you? Wow, good guess! Okay. I gotta remember to dash her first spell. And knocked out. Time to continue. Spell break again. At least I didn't die this time. Oh, that's real clever, Reimu. Knock out. At least I don't have to deal with the one that I had to do for Aya. Well then, I guess it's about time I got back to work. It must be nice being able to pick your own work hours. Because of that, I always have a lot of work though. My, what a fun-looking thing are you doing? Wait, just who are you? I was asked to rebuild the shrine. Right now, I'm carrying out those plans. That would make you the Celestial, right? And you are... Whoop! Could you be a Shinigami? That's right, a Shinigami whose presence silences crying children. If you're a Shinigami, then shouldn't you have no business with a Celestial like me? Even Celestials have lifespans like human. However, their lives do not end when their lifespan does. So, do you understand what that means? So you understand what that means then? Long enough. The way I see it, you live long enough for several lifetimes. And every time you fight, the Shinigami that comes to bring you back, don't you? That's right. Are you saying you're here to try picking me up again? How futile. If a Shinigami has come for me, then there's nothing more to think about. While claiming souls is out of my jurisdiction, I'm just a humble ferryman. Ferryman? Perhaps of the Sansu River? Right. I don't go out and kill people. But you know, seeing spirits, ghosts, being murdered is a bit troubling. Oh? From what I heard, it looks like it's your doing. You use ghosts to change the mood of the heavens. And thus the ghosts don't cross the river, and then I have to do something about it. It's a real annoyance. And this is interesting, fighting with the Shinigami that occasionally came for me was a rare pleasure. But a fight with a ferryman? It would be in your best interest to not underestimate a Shinigami. Don't Celestials fear Shinigamis? Celestial fear the appearance of the five omens. Shinigami are one of them, the wilting crown wreath. In other words, they make the wreath on our heads wither. However, thanks to the Shinigami, I'll never have to worry about another omen, not being able to enjoy life. Oh. Yeah, get out of here, will ya? Spell break again. Time for one more. And knocked out. Oh, that was way too close. Jeez. At least I got her. I'll have to start that all over. The Sansu River. The first trial one must overcome before reincarnation. It's a great river that separates this world from the next. You can't tell where the water goes. It just flows on silently. The mist is so thick, it's impossible to see how wide the river is. This is where she works. The first tower is for my father. Oh man, another kid's ghost? Kids have no experience, so their conversations are boring. Second tower is for my mother. See? You're wasting your time piling up those stones. Do you think someone will take pity on you? The third tower is for... Nah, that's wrong. You'll never get across the river like that. The will to fulfill your hopes is a form of desire. Desire begets hesitation, which creates attachment. You've gotta throw away your misguided will. Just accept everything and float across the river. The first tower is for my father. If you don't understand, just keep going. The second, but your attachment will turn into resentment. That's no good. If you ever want to forget this world, come see me anytime. They'll make a special trip to take you to the other side. Hamachi thought about changing jobs to become one of the Shinigami that greets people after death. As long as she had the job in hand, she'd get by somehow even if she got fired. If she ever got sick on ferrying spirits, she thought she'd try to go fighting the Celestials in heaven. She wouldn't she wouldn't let them get away with saying they weren't afraid of death. Still, what she didn't realize was she lost her job as a ferryman because she didn't get fairy spirits. She wouldn't be able to get another job that easily. Oh man, my reading is off again. Well, 2 more to go. Thank you for playing. Yep, see? We got a new one, Iku Nagae. So yeah, 2 more to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Girls are now praying. Eldest daughter? Are you here? Where did she go, I wonder? It's troubling how she's so... I don't know how to say that. She isn't here. Why are you here? A lot happened, you see? Well, I'll let that slide, but I'm a bit worried. The earthquake omen has already reached the limit. I wanted to make a report of it. Oh, it's already gathered that much? Gathered? So how big will the earthquake be? On the scale of one that occurs every 60 years. Now then, I think I should go to the lower world and warn everyone about it. Before you do that, will you play a game with me? What? Haven is really dull, isn't it? Yeah, I think we know what game we're talking about, Suika. Takes care of Suika. Oh, first magic, of course. Oh, of course, I gotta jump. Now then, I'm off to warn everyone. See you later! That was pretty fun! I really can't understand why you're hanging around here. Oh, because she lives here now, I guess. Cutting it short, there's going to be an earthquake. That's sudden. How do you know that? How big of an earthquake? I'm a messenger of the Dragon Palace, sent to deliver only that message. Now then, I'll be leaving for the next location. Wait, I can't write an article with just that. What else is new, Aya? Oh, seriously, why am I acting surprised at this point? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, to jump around, of course. And knockout. Thank God I didn't lose a life. Now, I'll just be leaving here for the next location. How cruel! Leaving me with nothing but anxiety. The fact that there is anxiety is a sign I'm doing my job properly. Well, yeah. Getting straight to the point, there's going to be an earthquake. Takuya, there's a weird person in the mansion. I take it that I successfully relayed my message. Then I'll be leaving for the next location. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I still have to warn other people about it. I would be grateful if you could keep your question short. Who are you? My name is Iku Nagae. Now then, the time for question is over. Wait. Spell break. Spell break again. And she got me. And knocked out. We don't know exactly when the earthquake is going to happen, therefore please make appropriate preparations. Stay an appropriate distance from the ground, I take it. And we'll live floating in the air for a while. The final warning. You there! This is going to be an earthquake!
My, suddenly an earthquake is going to happen? But you don't know everything. Is it possible there won't be an earthquake?
I wondered the Hinanai clan could suppress the earthquake. But they probably won't.
As a matter of fact, over at the shrine there's some sort of event going on. Isn't it possible that could suppress the earthquake?
I cannot fathom how you came to that conclusion, but it's not possible. With that, I've finished my warnings. I'll be returning now.
Wait, just a minute. Won't you fight with me?
Okay. At least Yuyuko was honest about that. Spell break. I only came to warn about an earthquake. Yet, why did I have to fight you?
Maybe you said something you shouldn't have.
But I did try to make my warnings as simple as possible. Well, anyways, please be prepared for the earthquake. Yokai of Mystery. Alright. There's no longer any need to investigate this cloud. All that's left is the lower world's beings to prepare for the disaster. It'd be good if there isn't a sudden rise in the ghost population. Oh, but you have come to warn me? My, how rare for someone to come talk with me. Is there going to be an earthquake? Yes, there will. It's a very unfortunate event. I see, there won't be an earthquake. I was worried over nothing. Since the Scarlet clouds appeared, I thought, is there going to be an earthquake? But I guess that was just needless worry. No, I'm saying there will be one. Yes, there won't be an earthquake. I have no idea what you're getting at, but you have a you have a very perilous sense of things. You done hopping around, Yukari? Yeah, stop that, Yukari. That's also it. Good grief. And stay down, Yukari. So, what on earth are you talking about? Why don't you go and closely investigate the shrine? I just recently visited the shrine. What are you talking about? There's some serious suspicions about the earthquake below the broken roof there. I'll go investigate it then. So if I don't find anything, I'll surely put a curse on you for eternity. Oh, jeez, Iku. What that yokai just said worries me. Under the roof was it? Oh, nice. Oh, you're the Dragon Palace's messenger. What was it? Iku of the Nagae. Eldest daughter, so you were staying in such a place. You have some business here? The density of the Scarlet Cloud surpassed 100 times its normal level. It can no longer be avoided. I was supposed to make a report before warning people of the lower world, but all of the Hinanae clan was away, so I went to warn everyone else first. My, could this be a report after that? We have no idea when the earthquake will strike. It was a race against time. You fool! If only you had searched for me more seriously. There won't be an earthquake. What? I inserted a keystone into the shrine. What was that? I placed a keystone at the center of this shrine. Understand? Is it okay to go ahead and do that? If an earthquake doesn't happen when it's supposed to, tension builds up without relief in the ground. Eldest daughter, do you have a good explanation for what you did? Nope. When the time comes, it comes. I suppose it'll be appropriate to chastise you a little. A mere messenger from the Dragon Palace, such as you, has no right to get angry. No, the eldest daughter has been spoiled a little too much. I'll have you learn from a painful experience for once. I've made no mistakes. The divine law lies with me. Okay. Spell break. I may have to start this all over, but yeah. Let's find out, you guys. I guess not. We've already read that several times. No more danger of earthquakes. I can't believe he used the keystone again. The shrine looked incredibly small from up in the air. Amidst it all was an enormous keystone. It's true that keystones will quell earthquakes, however, it has a hidden meaning as the key to another great earthquake in the future. When the keystones trap the power underground, it also storing it up. If you take it out, a massive earthquake will surely happen. Oh wow, really? Honestly, Tenchi should have explained that she's the eldest Hinanae child. Eldest child? She's like the boss of earthquakes. Yeah, something like that. I still don't understand why you're in heaven, though. This land is around here is my land now. Eh? I threatened that Celestial. She gave it up fair and square. What? So that's what happened. That's probably true, and she wouldn't have consulted with anyone. The maidens and other Celestials always have their hands full with her. Well, drink and get drunk and complain all you want. The keys... You know, do I really need to read all that at this point? I think you guys get the idea. Thank you for playing. Alright, one final character, Tenchi Hinanae. The newly rebuilt shrine was destroyed, and the little Oni is responsible for the reconstruction. These are... Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Why are you here?
I came out here because I was invited.
Who would anyone invite you here? Wait, maybe it's...
Today the shrine's groundbreaking party is being held here. I was invited to it.
It is that little Oni's prank after all. But she wouldn't be at the shrine even if I went there.
I wonder if I came a little too early. The celebration is still half a day away.
Oh, I guess it can't be helped. I know if you've nothing to do. How about killing some time with me?
You're the one with too much time on your hands, you know?
Spell break. Knockout. It's not supposed to be this easy to get into heaven, you know?
It's fine for me. I'm a ghost.
Heaven is a place where spirits ascend to. Are you trying to do that? Hey there! Why? Wait, I've been looking for you. Our guests are arriving? Oh, that was fast. There should be plenty of time left. Well, I'll let you go this time, but could you not call out on people on your own? Alright, I guess it's about time that I've gathered to start arriving. People I gathered to start arriving. I guess I'll wait here. Wait, just how many people did you invite? If I call out, then they'll gather naturally. That's my ability. I don't get it. Now then, I wonder how many will show up. How mean? Did you invite everyone just to waste time? I mean, the games are pretty tough. There's no denying that. I mean, this is literally the last character I'm playing, so... yeah. Knockout. Oh, really? Because of you, I have a ton of things to do now. What's wrong with that? Heaven is really boring, so try different things out to pass the time. What's going to happen next? There's still a while until the time that little Oni told me. What should I do? My, for an inactive person, you're here rather early. Oh, it's you. I made a mistake last time. You did, didn't you? You're the culprit behind everything. You really didn't put a strong aura. I didn't notice until a little while ago. You're just slow. However, someone who is truly strong wouldn't scatter their aura about everywhere. Standing out while winning a match can mean defeat as well. Well, the disruption seems to be over, but this bad feeling, I still won't disappear. Oh, you want to fight? This time I don't plan to lose on purpose, you know? Oh my god, I cannot read tonight. I mean, it's good music though. You can't deny that, Poito. cannot believe I just wasted that. Yeah. Knockout? Huh, not even worth the effort. Thank you. After this, visitors are going to keep coming, so I must conserve my energy. Who's up next? I feel kind of sorry for her now. Oh, there she is. That earthquake gal. My, were you called out by that little Oni as well? Puppet jerk. That's right, if that's how it is, I intend to take you down. Oh, but you know, you're making a mistake right now. I lost to the Shrine Maiden, everyone else on purpose. Why are you making an excuse for losing? I'm not supposed to fight with the lower world's being. Nice. For some reason, this is making me want to play Tales of the Abyss after this stream. I did promise a friend I'd play Genshin with her. So I have some materials to get for Mona and Hazel. But yeah, I'll probably do that after that, because honestly, a lot of the characters, like, well, okay, let me rephrase that. One of the characters has like a similar hairstyle to Alice Murgatroyd. Knockout. Today it's been one fight after another, but I still feel fine. I should have given you a bigger handicap. Yeah, you're too strong. I give up. That's right, even most of the time I won't ever lose. Most of the time. Who's next? Really, how many people did she call out? So many people together in heaven. Marisa. Yeah. Alright, I'm the first. Mountain climbing really is a lot of work. Sorry to tell you, but you're far from being first. Eh? But aren't there still another 2 hours before the scheduled time? There were people who arrived first thing in the morning. Huh? Everyone's acting so childish, arriving that early before the meeting time. Aren't you included in that as well? What are you arriving so early for? Because it's easy to kill time this way? Well, I guess so. Really? And stay down, Marisa. And knockout. That's enough now. You've tried hard enough. Oh, you're really strong. I wonder if I got tricked by Suika. Well, this is what happens when if I don't hold back. Now then, everyone that came earlier is waiting in the back. Stage 6? Really, how many people did Lil Oni invite? Phew, I came a bit too early. Oh, if it isn't the Scarlet, the Devil's Caretaker from the lower world. Yep, that's me. Do you know where the shrine ground-breaking ceremony is being held? Everyone's gathering in the back. Is that so? Well, that's perfect. I have some matters more important than the banquet, so I came early. Oh, there were plenty of people that came earlier, though. Everyone's acting so weird. So then, what's this other business you have? There's an unbearable girl from heaven here, so I thought I'd chastise her a little. What, you don't expect me to say that's not me, do you? Nice. Yes, we know, Nightbot. We know. Spell break. Spell break. I see how you're doing tonight, by the way, hot dog. Spell break. Knockout. I'm getting tired. About time. You're pretty strong, fitting for the one with the title, the Devil's Caretaker. What great strength! My knives can't pierce you. The food in heaven is good for strengthening your body. If you ignore the taste, welcome back, Odin. Oh, nice! Well, I know in Dark Souls 1, you could just parry, Gwyn until he's dead. Yeah, I'm at the final character now. Let's see. Stage 7? Seems like everyone's here today. Oh, that little Oni. Exactly how many people did she invite to heaven? Alright then. Ah, Miss Celestial. Have you seen Lady Yuyuko recently? Lady Yuyuko, oh, that ghost? She was the first to arrive here today. So she did come here. If only she would tell me when she's leaving for somewhere. Although she might have secretly ascended. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Will you ascend as well? I can't ascend because of very things I've done. Oh then, should I try and make your troubles disappear? With this scarlet sword of mine? You're welcome to try, but I also came here to defeat you. Seriously, how many more stages are there? Oh, I'm at the second to last stage. Okay then. Like, I just got curious, like, how long is this? Oh, good luck. Hot dog? Bail break. I really get the feeling they do, hot dog. That feels like the gist of this series. It's a new game by From Software, Odin. You know the guys behind Dark Souls, Demon Souls? Playing Demon Souls recently because everyone is talking about, like, or I've been seeing a lot of things related to Demon Slayer. Like I even saw some clubmates watching it, and it's just like, I just can't help but make fun of it, to tell you the truth. Like, honestly, there was like one episode with like the geishas or something, and one of them had like these constant mood swings, and I couldn't help but compare it to Joan Crawford. You know, like from the movie Mommy Dearest. Like, I was expecting her to get like a wire hanger or something. You know, no wire hangers ever. I may have to redo this though. But yeah, so hearing about that throughout, it's actually making me want to play Demon Souls again. That moment I've noticed I don't have any health left. Oh, almost had it. But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Demon Souls recently, and since there's no way I could play the remake for now until it comes out on Steam, hopefully, I've been playing it on my PS3, even though the online capabilities shut down a while back. But just like how everyone's talking about, like, Spy X Family, the first thing that kept coming to mind was Mad Magazine's Spy vs. Spy, and it literally just got me into the comics now, as well as the cartoons and the Mountain Dew commercial. Hey, you didn't know there was like a Mountain Dew commercial for those guys? Spell break. Does anyone know about the comic Spy vs. Spy? Or Spy vs. Spy vs. Spy? Spell break. I see, hot dog. I'll take the lack of response as a no. For those who know what Spy vs. Spy is, your sword, doesn't it have the ability to sever the troubles of Ghost? Yes, that's right. That sword, I wonder who made it. The world may never know. A lot of people have gathered already, but it seems the Shrine Maiden hasn't arrived yet. For a shrine's groundbreaking, we can't begin when the Shrine Maiden isn't here. Well, she might be busy. Oh, I see. I know there was like a more adult-oriented version from the 90s called Mad TV, hot dog. Or maybe that little Oni didn't invite her, because I know, the studio behind Rugrats, the Wild Thornberries, Real Monsters, and as told by Ginger, I know they did like the animation for the first season of the Spy vs. Spy cartoon. I'll go check on her. I wonder where she could be. Who is it? Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Have you come to steal the shrine? I'm not here for that. Are you coming to the shrine's groundbreaking ceremony? Groundbreaking ceremony? You didn't know everyone was gathering in Bava Agra? Well, could it be the gathering Suika was telling me about? It looks like everyone arrived already except for you. Oh, that! You came to get me then. No, that's fine, isn't it? Well, you know, I was told by Suika that the gathering wasn't called the groundbreaking ceremony, but actually the Celestial Torture Fest. Huh? I already beaten you once, so I told her I didn't feel like it. I see, that's what got everyone excited. What a fun trick to pull. So how was it? Did everyone beat you up? Of course, I beat everyone up in no time at all. Oh, that's really something. You outdid them right one after another? Right? The creator of the Touhou series. If I did that, it would have been a real fight, even with you. Didn't I lose on purpose? I didn't really get that feeling, though. Somehow, I've gotten the will to participate in this festival. Fine by me, the festival wouldn't be complete without you. It'd take too long to go all the way to heaven. So let's start this party here. Very well then, I'll defeat everyone and get to see the look of surprise on that little Oni's face. That's literally what I just said, Odin. Oh, right, I forget. Delay. Ah. Woo, that was close. What about you, Odin? Do you know about Spy vs. Spy? You know, Mad Magazines? Yeah. You know, the one that was like a satire to Cold War espionage? Wow, that was actually easy this time. You got me, partner. Hang on a sec. Oh god. Yeah, I saw a large fly in by my monitor. Sorry about that. about time. And that concludes Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, you guys. Bava Agra. This is one of the worlds in heaven where celestials live. It was full of beautiful flowers, beautiful song, and of course, delicious sake. Okay, I already read that. I guess we couldn't even get everyone up here. That's kind of pathetic. Well, you should have worked harder. It's all your fault. But there's lots of people who have it for you. Who have it out for you. I can't miss a chance to chase them away. Why not try clearing up that grudge while you're at it? In any case, you really are... Oh, whoa there! In any case, you are really quite strong. Isn't it hard to fight when the ground's shaking to and fro, though? I don't think I'd lose to you, even if I didn't cause earthquakes, though. I lost the time since you had home advantage, but I wonder what would happen in my library. The bookshelves would have collapsed, and you'd be buried in books. An earthquake in a messy room would have been scary, so... No, you can't just leave it at that. But if there's nothing in the room, it's hard to avoid these falling things. Oh, really? So maybe I shouldn't clean my room then. No, I think you'd better. Anyway, now this... How is this a construction celebration party? It's just a regular party. But isn't it more interesting when you can't tell what the theme of the party is right away?
The food is awfully modest, though.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of food in heaven. The peaches above our head are about it. I thought that might be the case, so I caught some fish in a stream on the mountain. Wow! That's really thinking ahead. Isn't that an awfully large catfish? How can you catch that on the way there? Didn't you just bring it? Why don't we try making some catfish? Yeah, that'd be great! Do catfish taste good? The party drank the night away with Sakuya's catfish and Suika's sake. Parties in heaven usually aren't this lively. Tenchi felt for once that she had an interesting day. But how long would Suika remain in heaven? That was one thing Tenchi was a little worried about. Yeah. But yeah, that concludes Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. Next Touhou game? God knows. Oh, I saw your message. Hopefully that little southern accent is okay with Suika. Yeah, indeed. Thank you for playing. One last time. So just to keep with the tradition of Super Smash Brothers, or at least with fighting games like Super Smash Brothers, let me wrap this up with a simple versus fight. As Potchuli Knowledge? Yeah. And Komachi Onozuka. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yep. Oh, getting yelled at by the Yama. You know, I was hoping, like, Eiki would appear because I'd really loved doing her voice as well. I think Hot Dog remembers it. Like how I did, the Yama's voice, you know, the judge. You know, talking like this, and how much trouble you guys cause. And if you keep this up, you won't be able to go to heaven. You know, like that. Eiki Shiki. Oh, man. Yeah, she was really fun to do the voice. Yeah, just for slacking like that. You know, contrary to popular belief, like I remember throughout the time I played it, I remember like Eiki actually just telling the characters what they're doing wrong and how to improve themselves. But of course, the fan base has to make her look like this Judge Dredd-esque character. I mean, Judge Dredd is awesome anyway. You guys know I love that as well. The comics, the Carl Urban movie, and even that video game by Rebellion. Yeah, exactly. The river mist that rises from the temperature difference between the water and air is the mist that appears early in the evening. Truly resembles the boat ride to the land of the dead. Alright. We put all this back together, cause play this tomorrow instead. So yeah, that concludes Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, you guys. So now to continue on with Azure Lane Crosswaves, obviously, because you can't tell by me just smiling at this picture above, with the side of The Sims 2 in the afternoon. So yeah, as always, let me see. Yeah, let's just raid for some Minecraft. Let's do that, unless she's already... No, she's not done yet. So yeah, let's raid Miss Fuji. Hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.